Hi everyone, this is Jean with Loving is Key. Happy Sunday, and it's now January 12th. We're on our second week in the Loving is Key Zen Room. I am so happy for each and every one of you that are looking at these videos and that's subscribing to my channel. I am very grateful and thankful. I encourage each and every one of you to do these practices. It will change your life. And so I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope your week prior was well and you guys did great. As per usual, I always say when we link in and tune in with the Most High, this magnificent presence that is never an absent in our lives, this God, this great big God, then we are really and truly living life. We are learning how to live life. So for this week, we are going to do the box breathing for meditation. Now you can do this breathing all through the day. You could take breaks every hour. You could set your time. And it's only 5 minutes. I always say to do this. Or you could do 4 minutes. Let's call it 4, right? So the box breathing is an exercise, just like they call it the square breathing sometimes, because it's like the edges of a box. And what you will be doing is you're going to inhale through the nostrils for a count of 4. You are going to hold for a count of 4. You're going to exhale through the mouth for a count of 4. And then you're going to pause for a count of 4, which is that natural rhythm of breath. And then you will start over again. And you would do this for 4 minutes. Or if you only have 1 minute, then just do it for 1 minute, right? Or whenever you feel like, oh, I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling worried, I am feeling tense, I'm feeling stressed. This is a good time to do the box breathing. The box breathing is an amazing practice, breath work that helps clear the mind. What do we know about the breath? We know that without a single breath, we wouldn't be alive on this beautiful planet. So just knowing that brings us into a state of gratitude. So we're grateful. We're practicing being grateful, just knowing that, hey, with this breath that I have life. And what does the breath do to us? We know that the breath is, prime nourishment for the brain. So it's very important that when we breathe, we are taking in an abundance of air so that it travels through the bloodstream, oxygenating the blood, touching each and every organ in the body, right? Touching each and every cell, giving life to each and every cell in the body. And then that air travels up the spinal column and then into the brain, which needs that. So when we start feeling stress, when we start feeling filled with anxiety, it's can be from things that have happened in our past that makes us afraid. So then we find ourselves hyperventilating and we can't control. So we start breathing and we're like this. Really and truly, we're not doing anything. We're not even bringing in enough breath to calm the body. So I want us to understand, and as we practice this together this week, remember that you, we have the ability to control the breath. We have the ability to bring ourselves, to calm ourselves down, to regulate how we react, or if we choose to respond to situations, to all the outside stimuli that comes in. That's always going to be coming in. And it all starts with the great big God, right? This great big magnificent energy, this being that is always with us. You know, this breath, each time we breathe in, it's within us, it surrounds us, it's within us, and it was all over. So this is life. But before we go into the box breathing and I show you how that is done, I want to share with you a story of a young lady that I met 4 years ago. And I'm using a different name just for her privacy. We will say her name is Reid. Reid is from Belize, Central America. And I have a friend that had called me and said, you know what, Reid needs help. Can you please, Sean, just help her? And I said, no problem. Of course, I will help her. So I was sitting at my dinner table one evening. That was like a week after I got the first call. And I saw that it was Reid because I put her number in my phone. So when I got the call, I answered, "Hi, Reid, how are you doing?" And this is exactly how the call went. And she said, "Hi, Miss Jean. Thank you so much. I am so happy that I was able to get to be in touch with you. I really need help." And this is how the conversation, this is in my voice, this is how she was saying it. "I really need help. I am a person that is always filled with anxiety. I worry about everything. I just feel like my whole life is falling apart. I can't even stop to think. I'm so worried about so many things. I just feel like I'm just going to break down." That's the speed of how she was talking. And I'm listening to her. And before she could continue, I said, "Hey, hold up, Reid. Hold up. Breathe, breathe." And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Breathe. You're not breathing. You are just talking. You're not giving yourself time to breathe, time to bring in oxygen." Remember, what does the breath do for us? When we bring that oxygen into the body, it oxygenates the blood. It makes the organs alive. Then it travels up to the brain that fast, and boom, then we're able to calm ourselves. So I said, the first thing that we're going to do, Reid, is work on our breath. Let's not talk about everything else that's happening. Let's take it one little breath at a time, one step at a time. So let's focus on the breath. So we went through this talk, and I told her about the breath. I'm always making sure that I am bringing God in, because I believe God is a breath. God is life. And we as human beings need to realize that we are a part of this magnificent being. So we can never forget or put ourselves on a pedestal to say, well, I am doing this, and getting all arrogant and bombastic. We must always stay humble. So that night, I asked her, I said, "You know what, just for this first time, and then we will set up an appointment, and we will do this for the next 6 months. Let's FaceTime, and let me show you how this breathing is done." And I said, "I want you to show me how you're breathing right now." So we got off the phone, she called me back, and we were FaceTiming on WhatsApp. And I said, "Okay, when you were doing that just now, when you were sharing all this with me, or on a regular day, how are you breathing?" So I said, "Taking a deep breath." And she did this. So I told her, I said, "Do you know when you're doing that, what you're really doing?" I said, "It's no fault to you. You don't know." I said, "And please don't think that I know everything, because I didn't know it either until I had to learn it." So I said, when you do that, when I say breathe in or inhale and you're doing this, you are activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is flight, fright. So what's happening? You're putting yourself in a stressful mode. So even if you're trying to calm down, you will not calm down because of how you're breathing. But let's optimize the breath. I said, I want you to start practicing this. And this will take a while, because remember, anything that we have been doing for quite some time, we need to be patient with ourselves when change is happening. So I said, okay, let's breathe. When you're breathing in, and I want you all to remember this, when you are inhaling, you're doing the abdomen breathing, the box breathing. You want to breathe from the abdomen. So when you inhale through the nostrils, bring in as much breath, and it'll fill the abdomen, and that goes up to the lung area. And then when you exhale through the mouth, so it's almost like you're blowing a balloon, right? And the balloon expands, and when you loose out the air or you exhale, it contracts. So this is how we breathe. So I encourage each and every one of you to start practicing that. If you notice when you're breathing, you're doing this, you're bringing in some air, but you're not bringing enough, and all you're doing is making yourself more filled with anxiety. So you will notice after a week of doing this, the body, the mind is very sharp. We are very sharp, highly intelligent human beings. So by practicing the breathing breath, the box breath breathing, you will find that your mind starts slowing down. You will find that you start making sound decisions. You will find that you don't react. You're more in a responsive mode. You are now seeing things clearly. So I'll share a quick story with you about Reid. We were practicing this, and I guided her through this like for a week or so. We made sure we FaceTime, and I always check, okay, let's breathe together. And she would do the same for me, because it's a two-way street. I'm learning from her and she's learning from me. So breathe in, and I would like, okay, let's breathe in. And I could be smiling. Hold the breath. Exhale and pause. Regular breathing. Breathe in. You see, when I breathe in from my abdomen, this part goes up. This doesn't go up because I'm filling in the lungs. And this is how we could bring the breath into the lung, help develop your lung area. Especially nowadays, it's very important to be able to breathe properly with everything that's happening in the world. We need to make sure we can breathe properly. So we did that for a week or so, and then I said, okay, I want you to practice on your own. And whenever you're doing that, whatever thoughts that are coming, just see them as clouds in the sky. That's going to be your meditation. But right now, you're just going to breathe and see the thoughts. Just have them move on. Don't attach yourself to anything. So on the third week, we were back on FaceTime, and I said, okay, let's see what you're doing. And she really and truly was practicing and was doing well. And then she shared with me her story at work, where she usually gets so stressed and so uptight about everything. She takes on everyone's problem. And she was talking to me about a situation that happened with one of her coworkers that usually gets under her skin, that's able to antagonize her. And in Loving is Key fashion, we say, she gave away her key. Whenever you allow someone to take you out of your peace and your calm, you're giving away your key. So she remembered that, and she said, I'm not giving away my key anymore. With my breath, I can control who I give my key to. And I hold my key. I'm not giving it away. So I was happy to hear that when she said that. And so she told me about how the whole situation went down. And even the person noticed that she responded. She didn't react to her. She didn't react to anything that she would usually throw at her. So this time she was very calm. She said she actually noticed what was happening and said, you know what? I need to breathe. And quietly to herself, she was doing the box breathing. And she was so amazed that just second or first nature, you could say, it just kicked right in. She was not going off fighting and going and, exchanging words and giving fuel to the fire. Instead, she was giving herself that moment of grace, that breath. And she said, Miss Jean, this is the first thing I did. I said, God, please help me breathe properly because I cannot live this way anymore. I am tired of living like this. This is exactly what she said to me. And she said, I started to breathe. He said, and actually in my mind, I said, breathe in, hold. That's what she was saying to herself. Exhale, pause. And she said she got through that entire situation in a whole different light. And that's when she realized just how powerful the breath is. And up to this day, she continues to use the box breathing to keep her calm, to keep her focus. And she has a whole routine that just as every time she's going to get a glass of water, she has it set. I need to give my body water. So every hour, I'm going to make sure I have a glass of water. And at that point, I'm going to also nurture my brain. And she does her box breathing for 4 hours. So now I would like for each of you to let's follow Reid. Let's really and truly start following Reid's example. Because now Reid doesn't feel tired of living. She's not fed up with life. She's now embracing life because she realized that it's a gift to be alive. It's a gift to be able to breathe and control the breath. It's a gift to be able to heal yourself by staying in connection with God, with life, with breath. So we're going to go through that on how to breathe. And I'll do a short meditation on that. And then we will see you all next Sunday. But remember, we need to practice. If we don't practice, then it doesn't happen. We need to put it into practice so that when the situation arises where you feel panic, where you start feeling stress, you will find it click right in. That's how intelligent our mind and body is. You will click right in and you will start your breathing. So for this week, we're going to be doing the box breathing every day. And you could do it as much as you want to. It's not bad in any way, because as you know, that's what fuels the brain. That's the best nurturing for the brain and our entire body, really. So let's get on with it, and let me know. Please make comments in the channel. And I would like to take this time to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel, for taking the time to love yourselves through breathing, taking the time to love yourselves by really pulling back, giving giving yourself time in solitude, and breathing properly. So let's get on with it and let's do this. And please, again, put it in the chat. We need to engage. I need to know how you all are doing. And again, if you need to reach out to me, you could call me or text me at 562-552-0262 on WhatsApp, or you could send me an email at jean.lovingiskey@gmail.com. You could email me there, or you could reach me on my website at lovingiskey.com. Thanks, and have a fantastic Sunday. And let's get on to breathing properly. Let's do it just before we end and go into meditation. Remember, we're doing the box breathing. So we're going to inhale from the abdomen. We're not doing this. It will take a while to change this because we've been doing it for a while. So be patient with self. So we're breathing in. We're holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Breathe naturally. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. And relax. So it's a square. Inhale for 4 through the nostrils. Hold for 4. Exhale through the mouth for 4. Regular breathing, which is just pausing for 4, and you do it again. And I would say do it at least 4 minutes, I would say, is a good time. Give yourself 4 minutes. Thanks, and let's get on with it. Have a happy Sunday. Okay, let's stop whatever it is that you're doing, and let's bring your focus to your breath. You can close your eyes if you choose to, or you could keep your eyes open. And let's start box breathing. So let's inhale to the count of 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And let's just relax. Let's breathe in to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's exhale to the count of 4 through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just pause and breathe at our natural rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. Breathe in for the count of 4. Hold. Exhale. And pause. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. And pause. Let's breathe in. Hold. Exhale. And pause. And continue as often as you choose. Namaste.